Welcome back. You are watching Breakfast Television. Another mass shooting, this time in Illinois, claiming the lives of 6 people, injuring dozens more who were out enjoying a 4th of July parade. We go live right now to CNN's Mike Valerio with the latest here. Mike, you are standing there at the scene. You can still see the tape behind you here. Can you give us the latest on the manhunt? Because the person, from my understanding here, is still being called a person of interest, not being called a suspect yet officially.
Yeah, Melanie, good morning to you. It's pretty interesting. They're saying that they're using the term interchangeably. Usually in American law enforcement, person of interest refers to somebody when the evidence hasn't culminated into prosecutors and police leveling a charge. But law enforcement came out late yesterday and they said, in so many words, this guy is essentially a suspect. The latest in the investigation, though, we want to take you to this moment in time that is frozen. You see dozens of chairs right here on this side of the sidewalk. We are outside of the crime scene perimeter. And then as we move across the street, Melanie, you just see chair after chair, giving you an indication of how people ran for their lives so quickly as the bullets rained down from that roof above. In terms of what investigators are looking at, though, early this morning and into the day ahead, they're going to be examining these social media music videos posted on YouTube and Facebook. Twitter as well, where the suspect, according to law enforcement, characterized himself as a stick figure walking around shooting people with a semi-automatic rifle similar to what police say he used yesterday. There's one video where he's shown himself in this stick figure characterization in his own pool of blood surrounded by police. So why we bring that up, Melanie, is just to ask the question that law enforcement certainly will be looking at. Did anybody know? Did anybody see any signs that this person had things severely wrong with him that could have stopped this from happening?
Of course, a lot of questions being asked here. I'm wondering if you're learning more about the victims, both those who lost their lives and those who are fighting for their lives in hospital.
That's right. Well, we have 6 people who died. So just a couple minutes ago, we learned the identity of the first victim, Jackie Sundheim. We don't have an age for Jackie just yet, but she was described as a lifelong member of her synagogue, her congregation here in Glencoe in the on the North Shore. Her synagogue writing that no words, Melanie, can convey the depths of their despair. She started off at the synagogue as a preschool teacher and cultivated her ties throughout the years with the synagogue. So really the hardest part of, what's becoming this uniquely American ritual is learning the identities and the stories of the victims who remain. So we have 5 more. And of course, learning about the people who were treated. We learned yesterday that their ages range from 8 years old to 85. Most of them, we were able to confirm overnight, have been discharged with their gunshot wounds. But of course, we still have more heartache here to come.
Mike, I want to ask you this. I think last time we spoke, you were live in Uvalde, Texas, and we talked about that school shooting. And I asked you, as you stand there and your cameraman is panning and showing what is left of the chaos, I saw your Twitter account here and you had a stroller that was strewn about. And, you're standing there as a reporter here doing hit after hit. Tell me a little bit about what this is like for you.
Well, it's we're not part of the story. We're here to be strong witnesses, Melanie. But there's a line from Hamlet that says something to the effect of, when sorrow comes, it comes not in single spies, but it comes in battalions. And for so many people here in the United States, that seems to be the case happening over and over again. Not just single tragedies, but just repeating itself. And so many of the colleagues who are surrounding us, we just saw in Uvalde a few weeks ago. So it is striking that with all the things that our country has been through, trying to come together yesterday to celebrate our common bonds and the revolutionary ideas upon which this country was founded, just to know that there's a new level of trauma layered upon what we all saw yesterday. It is heartbreaking, and it's going to be so tough for people to learn the stories of who didn't make it, learn the stories of the people who ran and are forever traumatized, and just come face to face with the person who did this.
Mike Valerio, live in Highland Park, Illinois. Appreciate you taking time with us today. Thank you.